Hey guys, so it's been a very long time since I put up a post, and I thought I'd probably put up like something just for the hell of it. Don't worry, I do have some interesting, funny-ish, weird things coming up. If you haven't seen the latest Trololo video that my friends and I made, check that out. The link's going to be in the descriptions below. Apart from that, I thought I'd just talk about some random topics. And the random topic I feel like talking about today is the topic of music and dance and how it affects people. Now, I'm really into theater and drama and acting and stage combat, and physical theater is really my thing. But I find that recently, especially recently actually, because I've been watching a lot of dance performances and whatnot, and I've rewatched Step Up 3D for the 5th time. I find that it's very beautiful. Yes, I sound really weird and artistic when I'm talking about this, but at the same time it is really beautiful, right? If you think about it, a piece of music or a piece of dance may or may not have a storyline. Theater, drama, whatever, movies, they all have storylines, or most do, generally they do. And the great thing about music and dances, they may not have a storyline or an apparent storyline, yet they're able to affect you emotionally. Now, how many things in this world can you actually credit that's able to affect you emotionally? Well, at least on an emotional scale or emotional level. Not many. I mean, yes, you fall in love, you break up, the death of a loved one, you meet some really great people, but something that affects you, inspires you, and makes you feel changed or affected in some way. Not a lot. And I was watching with my sister last Sunday a piece by CCDC, or City Contemporary Dance Company in Hong Kong, and it was titled Dancer's Homework, and it's Talk to Him. And there were 4 pieces. Some of them I admit were quite long, overly long. Well, length isn't always a problem, but anyway, moving on. Inside joke there, sorry. I found that 3 of those 4 pieces really moved me, and I was like, wow. And it wasn't, yes, they were playing with a door, and no, it wasn't one entire piece where there was a huge ass mirror on the back, and you can see the audience as well as the dancers dancing in the mirror. And it wasn't the fact that they had shitloads of balloons fall onto the floor, and it somehow depicted dandelions and their seeds spreading into the world. But all of those put together, I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't have any clue it was actually, I didn't even know it was a dandelion seed to start with until afterwards when I read the program. But the entire time I was just sat there going like, oh wow. And so it's actually pretty cool. Apart from that, music, I've been listening to a lot of stuff, and specifically stuff from the Step Up 3D soundtrack. And Jessie J, I mean, I always thought she was some crazy chick. But it seems like she has a lot more depth. I mean, Who You Are, wow, that really spoke to me. I mean, her lyrics are very touching. The music in the back were very, I mean, it was great. It sounds really easy. It's comfortable to listen to. At the same time, it really pushes the message through. So that's a great thing. I mean, I was a big fan of Do It Like a Dude for about like 3 weeks, but after that I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of, I'm over it. But this song, it's one of those songs that is near and dear to my heart, so it's good. Another one which I have been listening to is called This Girl by Laza Morgan. It was also on the Step Up 3D soundtrack, and it was really, really good. You can probably hear it playing in the background of this video, thanks to my friend who put it together somehow using GarageBand and a MIDI keyboard. But instrumental version sounds great. If you haven't already heard the song, YouTube video link is also down there, so you can just go and listen to it. Big fan of that as well. And speaking of big fans of things, Jessie J did again, Jessie J. She did a boombox series of Who You Are, and she did that in New York City at, I believe, the Times Square subway station, and that was great. And you see like the real, true, raw reactions of the public watching it. It's not staged, it's nothing, it's like that. It's really great. And anyway, moving on. We talked about movies, Step Up 3D, alright? The story is great, the music's great, the dance is amazing, but I actually didn't want to talk about Step Up 3D. I actually wanted to talk about The Last Samurai, which has so far been one of the top 10 movies that I love. Which is also really weird because I read it on Facebook. Danny, or Dan, I'll give you a link downstairs in the description, which is actually over there, sorry. Noob. But his stuff is great, but what I wanted to talk about was Danny said something on his Facebook page going, great, so Tom Cruise goes to Japan to kill off the samurais. He kills your brother-in-law, he screws your sister, and he becomes one of you, and he liberates Japan from the Western grasp. That makes no sense. It's very Hollywood, but at the same time, it's somehow very deep and emotional, and I love it. It's quirky, it's stupid, and it's good. But anyway, Danny's stuff is great. He's an aspiring actor, director, producer. He does a lot of crazy shit. He's amazing. So please do check out his stuff. I will put his links in the description. And yeah, well, that's about it. I hope it wasn't too boring. Look out for better stuff to come. Bye!